today's event: intraday trade in option using one standard deviation, intraday trade in Nifty and Bank Nifty using one SD, and how we can form low risk, high reward option strategy in Infosys and IndusInd Bank during its result time. So the result season is going to start from tomorrow, 10th, the quarterly result for IndusInd Bank, and 11th is the quarterly result for Infosys. So this is what is being scheduled and how we can form an option strategy that we are going to experience. So before starting the session, I have a small announcement to make. First of all, once this particular session is over, you will be given the recordings, only attendees, and those recordings you should go through once or twice. So till the end you should go through that recording. So many of you have the software, so you can able to know the correct process of using the software. And those who do not have our product, so we have that Dasera offer still extended till today. So 8th it is expiring. So one day we have extended. So all our stocks you can buy at a discounted price of 16,040. So it includes all our softwares, books, everything. So these two is my. So one standard deviation principle, we are going to first do the analysis of the index future Nifty. So Nifty is in the consolidation band and morning it has opened up and in 1168, 65, 69, this range itself it is consolidating. So this is what we are getting the range for the day. So 181 above, 11,181 above, we have a uptrend set points. 11,121 below, we have a downtrend set point, and currently we are at 168.6. Suppose if you are going to trade with the help of option hedging. So if you are buying the future here at 11,181, you must hedge it with 11,200 put option. 11,200 put option you can buy. So this is the simplest hedging technique. So many other ways also, by writing the options also you can do. So 11,200 put options should be taken along with the 11,181 future buy. If you are selling at 11,121, you must hedge it with one 11,100 call option buy. So this is the simplest hedging technique. So if you want to make it little complex, you can still write some options. You can still sell some options also. So this is the trend for the Nifty, and today currently we are at 168, 165, that range. Wait for the trend breakout, then you can initiate. So Bank Nifty I am going for. So I'll be going for the Bank Nifty, and this is the process of loading the data, and we have calculated. So Bank Nifty we are advising at 0.382 level. You should enter the trade. So currently Bank Nifty is at 28,036.37. That level it is trading. So wait for the breakout above 28,107, 28,107. So here you can buy Bank Nifty. And if you are buying here, which option you should hedge? Can anyone will tell me which strike option I should hedge here? So if I am buying at 28,107, so I should hedge it with which put option? 28,100 put option buy. 28,100 put option we can buy along with this. And if you are selling at 27,633, you must buy one 27,600 call option. You can buy in this. So this is the process you are going to hedge the Bank Nifty and Nifty. Wait for the breakout to happen, then you will be entering the trade. If there is no breakout, then you can get the new levels and work on that. So for 1 hour period, if we are not getting any breakout, so better recalculate. And new levels will be regenerated, and this also can be utilized. So after you make an entry, say you got an entry also, buying or selling anything, but for the next 1 hour you are not getting any targets. Neither target is coming nor the stop loss is coming. What you should do that time? For 1 hour period you didn't get any breakout, okay, you recalculate. But you got a breakout, you entered, you bought with hedging or you sold with hedging. So in this case, if you are not getting any target, neither the stop loss is hitting. So then what you have to do? For 1 hour period, we are not getting neither target nor stop loss. You need to come out. So here what happens? The volatility contraction is taking place, volatility reduction is taking place. So better to come out from this. So this is what we have now analyzed. Let us see where it is giving us the breakout. Based on that, we'll take a call. So fine. So Nifty is now 11147 level also it has come. So now I am going to the option scanner. So option scanner. So option scanner I will be using. So even though if you are hedge, you can come out of that option. All data option scanner, all data I have loaded for the Nifty. I have just analyzed this thing. So there are call options and put options and all strikes are got analyzed. Everything is got analyzed. Now I'll be going for the put options. I'll be going for the betweens. So strikes between sell entry and targets. This is what I am just going for. 3 strikes it is giving me. So 4 strikes it is giving me. 11,100 put, 150 put, and 11,000 put, 10,950 put. These are the puts is only advising me to enter. I must enter these puts at 11,162 level when the Nifty breaks, and sorry 11,107 level once the Nifty breaks. So this level I should enter. 11,107 level once the Nifty breaks, I will be entering these trades on this, and whenever the Nifty will go to the 11,162 level, I will be booking the loss. And once I enter here at the level of 11,090, 76, 63, these are the levels I can trail my stop loss or book a profit in that. So this is what I can do. So now the IVs also of the put options are 20 level it is trading. And if I want to trade in the call options, that too also I can just strikes between the buy entry and target. So it is suggesting me only 2 strikes. So this call options I can enter once the Nifty spot. This is Nifty spot level we are taking. So I have mentioned here. So once you are using the software, you will be getting underlying price is spot level. So Nifty spot, once it is going to 11,156 level, you will be buying the call option. And for today, these 2 strikes are being recommended. Why these 2 strikes? Why not other strikes? Buy entry and targets in between these 2 strikes are falling. And why these 2 strikes? Why not other strikes? Where these 2 strikes will have the lesser theta decay, time value decay as compared to the other strikes. So other strikes it will give for the lesser theta decay. This is the monthly options. It is not weekly options. So this is the not the weekly options. This is a monthly options. Weekly options we have given a separate tool. We have given a separate tool for the weekly options, and weekly options doesn't have this scanner. So option scanner we have only for the monthly options. Option weekly we have given a separate tool. Individual, if you want to trade in those strikes, weekly strikes, you can individually analyze. Use this scanner and use that weekly individually. You can use that thing. So there is no such. If you are the buyers. So option intraday techniques, I have given few very important rules. What are those rules? Can anyone will tell me? Whenever the call options and put options put options will have the equal IVs. IVs of a call options and put options is equal. In that case, whether you should trade intraday or not, options, many times you will get. If the call options and put options are having a equal IVs, do not trade in the options for intraday. Intraday purpose, you should not trade at all. So put options and call options should have a sufficient difference. And you can say, if these call options and put options maintaining a difference greater than 30%, so one is 15% means another will be 30% of 15 is for 19 point odd. So if put option is above 30% of this thing, no issues at all. If they maintain a lesser difference, you can say this is also 15 and this is coming to 17 or 16. So in this case also you will get lesser success in the option trades. So that should be a 30% difference should be there. So why is it 30%? Why not 50%? Why not 60%? Why not 70%? So this is also is a very critical area you need to focus on. So 30% excess means this itself conveys that a part of your future trades are being hedged. So if that maintains, either the put option is having 30% excess value of IV as compared to call options, same strikes. Suppose whenever I am taking 11,200 strike, 15% means I have to take 11,200 put option, 11,200 put option. So it is 19.8. So here it is coming to 11,200 is coming to 15.4. So nothing wrong here. There is a 30% difference is there. So I can trade in this strike. But if there is no 30% difference is there, you can say that most of the options are not being utilized for the hedging. So it is not utilized for the hedging, rather it is being utilized for the trading purpose. So when options are not being utilized for the hedgings, that time your supports or the resistances, whatever you get the breakout, it is a false breakout. That breakout will not be sustainable. That breakout will not hold good in the market. So that is also is a very important thing you need to understand. Having greater than 40% of IV is a high IV. Any index option having a 20% above IV, so this is also higher IV. So these options buying will not reward you much, because any 1%, very slightest fall in the IVs also, can give you a greater vega decay. The volatility decay impacted in the option premium will be more. So you may not make much profit out of that. So that is also one very important thing you have to remember. Three things I have told you. Number one, call option and put option should not have the same IV. If it is there, better do not trade for intraday. All we are talking about intraday. Number two, if there is no 30% deviations between the IVs, or if the IVs of the same strike, the strikes what you have chosen, that particular strikes, call and put, if they do not maintain a 30% difference in their IV parameter, then also it is not advisable to choose that strike. So that won't reward you much. Third, whenever any strike is in the higher volatility band, for stock options it is greater than 40, and for index options it is greater than 20. In this case, you should not buy this option. You can think of selling, but you cannot buy these options, because slightest fall in the IVs can lead to a greater vega decay, and buyer of the options will not be making much money. So these are the things also very important for our option intraday recommended for the day, for the Nifty. And put strikes, if I am going strikes between the sell entry and target. So these are the two strikes we can, or four strikes are recommended for us to buying the downtrend, and the Nifty spot level, once it comes to these levels, we can enter the trade. So this is what we have learned. So let us wait for that breakout to happen, then we can take a call. Now moving to the best option strategy initiate during the result season. So this is the option strategy tool. I am using the user action option strategy tool. So before I should go for this, I should do a trend analysis. Separate trend analysis if I can do, or if you just want to avoid the trend analysis, you can avoid, but better it is better to do the trend analysis. So now IndusInd Bank. So when for the result time we are forming any option strategy, so result is going to come tomorrow for IndusInd Bank 10th. So Thursday, maybe post market hour they will give. Then you will have 11th. That day only it will get affected. That is truth only. So this is once the result is on 10th post market hour. Most of the companies nowadays they are giving post market hour. And post market hour, once they are getting this result publishing, the day following it will get impacted. That is what the results scenario is. And during the result time, what happens? That is very important. So results gives a new view about the market, view about the counter. So the counter where it is, the price points where it will get re-evaluation based on their quarterly performance. They will get re-evaluated. Many brokerage houses will give their view on that counter. So this is a phase. You can say stock can move in the pricing points. It can move in a great level, either in the upside direction or in the downside direction, based on their result outcomes. And if the result is non-significant, just a flat result, neither good nor bad, they may go for a consolidation also. So they may go for a consolidation also. So here one thing, you just have a look here. I was telling you about the result period. So result period, just have a look on this, though these IVs are not real-time IVs. So these IVs, have a look on this. So all strikes are not ready. 1242, you can say that is your to 1340 or 1360. These IVs you have a look here. These IVs also you have a look here. So just 2 to 3% difference is there, but almost they are equal IVs, equal IVs. So these IVs, what is going to happen post result? So post result almost equal. So post result, these IVs will suddenly fall. That is a fact. IVs will suddenly fall. So and volatility of that counter will also suddenly fall. So these two things is going to happen. Now we are going to form an option strategy. So we should form a risk neutral strategy in such a way that we should not be get affected by this IV fall. Same time, it should also give us a great flexibility to earn some good money. So these two factors should be there. We should take a lesser risk. We should capitalize on the profitable parts. We should be risk neutral. Market neutral strategies we can form. Market neutral strategy means it should be, technically I am speaking now. Market neutral strategy means whichever the direction price goes, I'll be making profit. Number one. Number two, market neutral strategy same time should take care of my IV decades. IV decades. That is also second factor I need to make it. And third factor is the most important factor. The strategy should be an open-ended strategy. Open-ended strategy means once the price goes up, the profits will go up. Once the prices are falling down and down, profits also should go up. So this is the things we are going to do. So now I'll be going for the option strategy. Now for that, just as I told you, we'll be just doing a trend analysis. So IndusInd Bank, we have to load the data and we have to go for the positional option, and post result 5 to 7 trading days we need to hold. So 4 to 5 days at least we have to hold, because brokerage calls and other things will come after that only. So now this is what it is telling us. For 7 days period, if we are going to hold for this IndusInd Bank, which is at 1250 level now. So our uptrend is set at 1272. It has all probability to take us to 1436. Downtrend is set at 1216 level. It has all probability to bring it to 10,052. So this is the level we are getting. Can you suggest me one strategy here? Many of you have utilized this kind of strategies during result period. Can anyone will suggest me one strategy? Which kind of strategy, market neutral strategy I can initiate? I am currently at 1250 level. Buying of the options will not take care of your IV tickets. Only buying of the options will not take care of the buy. Vijay Kumarji, buying of the straddle or strangle is not recommended at this moment. The reason is it won't take care of your time decay or the IV falls. IV falls, your strategy will be at a great loss. 2/1 ratio call spread and put spread, Sanjay ji is telling. However, IVs are very high, 60%. So now with the Sanjay ji's view, I am just going for a 2/1 ratio call spread and put spread. So here Sanjay ji is telling that we can have IndusInd Bank. So IndusInd Bank. So 31st October. So Sanjay ji is telling we can go for a 2/1 ratio call spread and put spread. Can Sanjay ji, can you explain me which strike I should choose? Now 1270 above my downtrend and 1216 below my uptrend. So 1270 above my 1274 above my uptrend. So 1280 call options. Let me sell this. So this I am going to sell. Many other things also, many other ways you can form. Don't think that this is the only one strategy I can able to form. So 1280 once you are going, so have a look in the trend parameter. 1272 above your uptrend, and this can give you to the 1280. So 1280, and you can go for 1370, 1337. This is the values are coming. You can go for a 1280 level. It is coming now to lot 1280. And we are going for the very next strike, which is 13. So 1300 is almost equal values, and just little bit more I am going for. 1317 value I can go for. 1320 I am going for some 40 rupees. So I am going for buying 2 lots. 1317 I am having 0.618. So put option same way. I can go for 1220 is there. 1220. I can sell 1 lot, and same way 40 rupees I can go for put options. 1180 I can go for. So here I am buying 2 lots. Why this is strikes? So 1280 again going to back to the trend parameters. So here 1280 strikes I am choosing, which is in concurrence with the 1272, and I am choosing this 1320. Because this is my first target. So here also same way 1220 I am going for 12 nearest strike, and 1170 is my target, 71. So nearest strike I am choosing 1180. So by this process all delta everything we will say this here. So 5 to 7 days period we are holding and calculate this values. So this says that if we are consolidating post result, very carefully listen to this. If you are consolidating between 1287 to 1212, this thing if it is happening post result, your profit loss will be, liability will be 10,000, 8,000 to 10,000. If you are again further consolidating 1310 to 1188, you have this loss parameter. 1324 to 1174, you have still loss. So your profitability comes if it is going above 1350 and so on. Same way your profitability it comes if it is going to fall below 1125 and all. So this is what it is suggesting, that yes, this is what we can get. Now go for the net Greek analysis. It will suggest you that net delta is almost at a zero level, 0.05. So delta is not in the only 5% range. So delta, how much we have to keep? Minimum how much delta we have to keep, and maximum how much we have to keep? 3% minimum, and maximum 30% of delta is allowed in any strategy. So currently we are at a 5% delta, and theta is almost stable, 3.85, 3.92. It is almost stable in uptrend as well as in downtrend. Not much impact on the theta. Delta is very low, 0.5 level we have. So 3% we are now. So 3% now. So multiplied with 100, we can keep maximum 30, minimum 3. So this process is there. However, liability is not matching good at this context because of the higher IVs. Because of higher IVs, the decay factors post 7 days, post result will be very, very high. So that's why it is not matching. So I'll be recommending a other set of strategies. So this particular strategy may not work good for us this time especially. So just have a look on this before analysis. Just have a look on these Greek scanners. Just have a click on this Greek scanner and have a look on these Greek scanners. So these are the deltas of all these call options. These are the deltas of our put options. So here stock has already corrected by 200 to 250 rupees. 200 to 250 rupees in the recent rally. It has gone to 1500 plus, and from here it has corrected a lot. So 1270 level, we are expecting a 1272 level. It can set off a uptrend, and in the downtrend we are expecting, if the downtrend breakout it gives, then it can go till level of 1051. So 1051 it can go for. So 1051 downtrend level it can go for. So 1051 level it can go for, and 1051 this level it can go for. Currently we are at a 1250 level. Great corrections. 1050 means 200 points it can correct. 200 point it can correct. And I'm just going for a, and if I'm selling the future, so here I'm just going for a covered put with the call load strategy. I'm just recommending you covered put with a call load strategy, where stock has already corrected too much, and even though if it is bad result, it can further correct, and we are just going for a covered put. So 1250 level, sell the future, and if this trend continues, so 1250 level you are now, 1250 level now. So nearest strike you can just go for a 1200 put, 1200 and put also you can sell. This IV decay we have to take care of. 60 rupees you can sell, 1200 put. So by this process, how much delta you have got? So you sold a future -1, you sold this one, so it become plus 35, 0.35, plus 35. The put option was having negative delta, you sold, it has become positive delta. So you have negative 0.65, and by this process also your future is now protected till 1310. So you can go for any call options which is having slightly that 1300, you can say 1300 is trading at 61 rupees. So two lots of 1300 if you can buy, 1300 call option. Two lots if you buy, 61 into 2, 61 into 2. So you can get it here 120, 122. But this is just close-ended. Downside you may not make any profit, upside you will make the profit. And by this process, 1300 call options also having a 0.5 delta. So 90.9 delta you are adding here, 0.9 delta you are adding. So 65.90, so 0.90. So 65 and 70 and 20. 25% delta, and this particular strategy if you can initiate, the risk reward will be very good. So let me analyze the risk reward. I am going to sell this future one lot. I am going to sell a put option of 1200, one lot. This is becoming a covered put. I am buying a call option of 1300, which is two lots, and this is with the call load. We are adding enough call options to make it delta positive, and I'm taking same 7 days and calculating these things. So my risk reward has in the upside I got a good reward, and in the downside this is giving me 120 here. Near to some 100 rupees I am getting, so 20 rupees 400 lot size. So my maximum loss is being set as 7 to 8,000 rupees. So during this phase, and if there is a bounce back, I can make good money. This is also one alternative you can do. And if you want to make it really market neutral, and if because this requires a very small margin. So this particular strategy, if you can go for 1,70,000, if you can 70,000 margin, call and put, two call buy, one call sell, two put buy, one put sell. That also 1,40,000 around margin it will take. But some fund you have to employ, some money you have to employ. And if you have really, if you have 3 to 3.5 lakhs worth of capital, then you can form a wide wing butterfly also. Wide wing butterfly means you can buy the call option, call options of 1250. You can sell one lot, and call option of, so you can say 1280 we have taken that time, so 40 rupees. So 4080 is there. You can buy two lots, and you can sell a call options of you can say 40. So here 120, 80, 40. So 20 rupees you can reduce from here. So you can sell one lot. This you can 7 days you can have. So similar one combination you have to form for the put side also. So here similar one combination you have to form in the put side. That also you can do. So three alternatives I have told you. One, call and put combinations 2:1 ratio call and ratio put. That I may not advise you because of very high IV, 68% of IV. Second, best opportunity will be to form a covered put along with a multiple call options. Looking at the counter has gone through a great phase of corrections. So looking at that factor we can form, or we can form a wide wing butterfly. Butterfly here, this wing, so which is almost you can say 170 points is the depth is here, and here 30 rupees as a depth. So wide wing butterfly also you can form, or 1400 also you can sell. Nothing wrong if you further wants to reduce the things, you can sell still 1400 also. So your liability can still further it can fall down, and this should be call options and put options together. So similar one combination you have to widen butterfly, you have to form in the put option. But these particular things will take near to 3.5 lakhs of margin. 3.5 lakhs of the margin. So this kind of three alternative, any one alternative you can take. So this is for the IndusInd Bank. Now going to the same way we can go for the Infosys. So Infi, it will be having slightly lesser IV as compared to the slightly lesser IV, very lesser IV. It will be having as compared to the IndusInd Bank. IndusInd Bank. So here IVs are pretty good, 27%, 28% is there. And one more thing also you can observe here, Infosys put option IVs are higher. So higher, they are not equal. almost equal pace is not there. So here, when the put IVs are more and call IVs are less, what it signals? Can anyone will tell me? Put IVs are more, trend is bullish. May go up post the result. So when the puts are more, so put IVs are more. So IVs of the puts are more, demands are more in this, and most of these demands are being utilized for hedging. There is a 30%, more than 30% difference is there between the IVs of the put and calls. So that means the puts, whatever is being bought, it is utilized in the hedging parameter. So hedging parameter. So what is the simplest strategy we can form in this Infosys? Lot size is very big, 1200. 1200 is the lot size. So 1200 is the lot size. So what is the simplest strategy we can form in this? Simplest strategy. Just 2/1 ratio call spread and put spread is good that we can form in this. But further more simple strategies. Just if we have one strategy like this, Infosys, like covered call will form with in the money put option. This also is a very simplest. Infosys is having a huge lot size. So you have to, when any counter having a huge lot size, that is better that you buy a future here. You buy a put options, deep in the money put options, 800 put options I am going for, which is having almost 24 rupees as intrinsic value. So 24 rupees, 16 rupees is the time value. You buy one 800 put option, one lot. And any strike above 800, you can sell a call. So covered call you have to form. I'm just going for 820 or 11 rupees, you can sell it here, one lot. So 6 to 7 days, calculate, great risk reward, very good risk reward. Same also you can utilize for IndusInd Bank if you can get a good risk reward. So here 40 rupees, so 24 rupees if you can less it from here, 16 rupees is your time value you are giving, and 12 rupees you are getting back from here. So 4 rupees only is your exposure. So almost 4 rupees only is your exposure. And if Infosys goes to 820 plus, then you have a 20 rupees depth here, 20 rupees depth here, and 16 rupees is the time value. So there are 4 rupees and 11 rupees time value here. So 15 rupees you can earn with a risk of 4 rupees. How I have calculated the profit? Between the call and put, there is a 20 rupees difference, the strike. So that 20 rupees of difference, 20 rupees of difference is there. Time value you are paying 16 rupees while buying these put options. So buying this put option, you are paying 16 rupees as a time value. So 20 rupees difference minus 16 rupees time value, there is a 5 rupees, and this 5 rupees should be added with this 11 rupees 55 paisa. So this is almost 15 to 16 rupees it is coming, and out of this 16 rupees, whatever the time value risk is there, you can reduce it. That is your maximum profit. So future buy with deep in the money put options buy, and sell out of money call options which will be above 800 strikes. You can go for 810, you can go for 820, you can go for 830. Any such strikes you can sell. This is, or you can form a 2/1 ratio call spread put spread also. But this is more secure. This strategy is more secure as compared to that ratio call spreads. So you can say ratio call spreads, once you are forming, you need to first analyze the trend. So first you have to analyze the trend, so which will help you to choose the strike. So in fee, so you can load the data and calculate. 7 days period we are calculating. So 787 level, and this is the 793, all these things is coming. It can go till 850 level. and below 766 it can fall down to 705 level. This also you can form. So this particular strategy you can form especially for the Infosys, because here it is expected that it is going for a range, and your rupee dollar volatility also is great during this quarter. Rupee is almost in a depreciated conditions throughout this quarter for this past trailing 3 months due to market corrections and all. That may also have a positive impact on their results. So many other such factors, it can say that you can still make some good money in this. Or else you can form a 2:1 ratio call spread, put spread also. If you form a 2:1 ratio call spread and put spread, you go for the nearest strike, 780 call options. You can sell one lot and you can buy 800 call options. 20 rupees you are selling. You can buy 2 lots here. And put option same way, 780. You can sell one lot and buy the put option of 760. 760 you can buy 2 lots. 10 rupees difference also you can do it, but it will have a little more money you have to pay. So here 39 rupees you are paying, 29 you are receiving, 10 rupees multiplied with 12,000 rupees. So here also 35 and 10, this is also 12,000 rupees. So 24,000 rupees of the cash you have to put in the time value risk. If you are forming a ratio call spread, 2:1 call and put. So for that reason only I said that instead of taking 24,000 risk, which is having a greater chances to decay, go for a lesser risk type of strategy like future buy with in the money put along with a out of money call sell. So that is a lesser risk options you can go for. Though it is a close-ended strategy, but it is suitable at this point of time. This is a strategy which you can say currently based on its lot size, it is not recommended. It's a huge lot. Nature's rule that monsoon season is from this month to this month. So that is not a planning. Nature's planning we don't say. We say it's nature's rule. Winter season is from this month to this month. It is nature's rule. So when we talk about planning should have the property to change every time. It is not a constant rule. It is just you are designing to take the benefit in a short span of time. But this same techniques cannot be repeated every time. Based on situations, you need to change. So here you can say that Infosys lot size is more. Ratio call spread and put spread will not suitable for us. We have to do a risk reward analysis. When we look into the IndusInd Bank, we saw that there is a very high IV. Both IVs are almost equal. So there our plannings will be different. So that is the reason why you have to change your plannings. I have designed the buy future one lot. Along with I have taken a put option, in the money put option 800. I told to buy one lot, and I have told you to sell a call which is above 800, which is 820 call option. I told you to sell one lot. Covered call with in the money put option. This strategy I have told you because of a lower risk reward. Size of the contract is 1200. If you take it as a base of 800, you are almost 10 lakhs contract. I can very well form a 2:1 ratio call and put. That will have a 24,000 of the money risk, and time value risk also is there, which I do not recommend. So every strategy, how much I used to recommend. Many of you have gone through many programs. How much maximum money you should put for a strategy at a risk? So if your total margin money in this is 2 lakhs, 2 lakhs you are employing, maximum 6,000 to 3 to 5%. 6 to 10,000 rupees should be exposed to the time value risk, not more than that. 3 to 5%, 2.3, 3%, that is okay. 3%, 97% of your capital is protected. So here how much is protected? This entire strategy to initiate, you require near to 2 lakhs 35,000 rupees worth of money. So 5 to 6,000 rupees only you can able to put in risk, not more than that. Ratio call spread and 2/1 ratio call spread and put spread also if you are forming, that too also will take same margin, but you have 24,000 risk. 10% of your money is in the risk. 10% of money, if you form a 2 calls buy, 1 call sell, 2 puts buy, 1 put sell, 24,000 rupees worth of time value money you are giving, that means it is almost 10% of your capital. That I never recommend. Two alternatives I have given. For IndusInd, two alternatives. Covered put. Covered put means future sell with an put option with multiple call. Call keeping the net delta below 30%, less than 30%. This is number one. Or you can form a wide wing butterfly strategy. Wide wing butterfly strategy in call and put both. These two options, and Infosys, I am recommending the future with out of money, deep in the money put options along with a out of money call options. This till tomorrow to enter in the IndusInd Bank. You have time till day after tomorrow to enter in the Infosys. I will just tell that our full package offer is going to expire today. It was expired yesterday, but we are extending it for today. And if you are interested, go for that and go through this particular recording time and again to get these things. And many interesting option strategies you will get this month from our being a paid clients in our group. Even though if you are not trading, have a thought on that. Have a thought on that. Have a record on that so that you can able to understand how the strategy works. Once in 3 months, it gives a great opportunity.